Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making Wendy's style chili. Alright, I'm starting out in my vintage Ninja multi-cooker, and I have it set on stovetop high, and it's high enough not to where you can do this on the stovetop in a pot. I have roughly about 3 pounds of ground beef. You can get away with 2 pounds, but this is how much I have in this package. I'm going to get this in here and get it nice and browned up, and if there's any excess grease, I'll drain that off. Right now my ground beef's all browned up and I drained up the excess grease. I have 1 large onion, 3 stalks of celery, and 1 green bell pepper I diced up. That's going to go in. Alright, I'm going to add in a can of tomato puree. This here is 29 ounces. That's going in. I'm going to add in 32 ounces of tomato juice. And this can's bigger now, so I'm going to use a tomato puree can. That's 29 ounces. I'm just going to estimate the difference. Alright, that should do. Alright, now I have a 15.5 ounce can of dark red kidney beans I drained. They're going in. A 15.5 ounce can of pinto beans I drained. They're going in. I'm going to add in my seasoning. I'm going to start with my chili powder. I have about a half a bottle here. This is a 2.5 ounce jar. I'm going to I'll add about half of that in. I'll taste this then to see if I need more. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of ground cumin. And I'm just guessing on this. I'll take my lid off, guys. And cumin gives it a real good flavor. I'm going to add in a teaspoon and a half of garlic powder. And make sure you use garlic powder, not garlic salt. Alright, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add in a half teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to add in a half teaspoon of oregano. Yeah, this has a lot of spices in it, guys. I'm going to add in a half a teaspoon of sugar. And I'm going to add in some cayenne pepper. So let's see here. It calls for 1/8, but I'm going to go for about a half a teaspoon because we like our chili a little hot. I'm going to give this a stir and see if I have enough chili powder in here. Alright, let me grab a spoon. Alright, give this a taste. Needs a little more chili powder. I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of that bottle in. Now as this cooks, the flavors will develop more. Everything's raw right now other than the ground beef. Alright, let me give that one more taste. I'm sure it's going to have plenty more than enough chili flavor in it now. A little more chili powder. Okay, I'm going to start with about a tablespoon. This is a big batch of chili, so it's taking a lot of chili seasoning or chili powder. Stir that in. We don't want it to taste like raw tomato sauce. We want it to have a good flavor. Alright, let me give that a taste. Still needs more, guys. Try another tablespoon. A healthy tablespoon. That's more like 2 tablespoons, but that's fine. And like I said, this will taste better when it's done cooking. Everything's raw right now. Alright, stir that around well. Give that a taste. Yeah, that's tasting good right there. I'm going to put my lid on. I'm going to bring this up to a gentle simmer and let it simmer for about an hour and a half, and I'll go ahead and stir it around every now and then. Okay, my chili cooked for an hour and a half. It's ready to go. Let's go ahead and fix up a bowl and see what we got. Alright guys, let me get in here and give this a try. And that's going to be hot as lava. A nice piece of that ground beef there. Now Wendy's chili has big chunks of beef in it because they use their leftover hamburger patties. They break them up to make their chili. So let's give this a try. Beef's really good. Let me try a little bit of the chili itself here. It's pretty darn close to Wendy's chili. It don't taste exactly like it, but it's very, very close. Got that good classic chili flavor. It's well seasoned. You get a kick of heat from that cayenne pepper. Guys, that's really good. And I'll tell you what, for the price you pay for a cup of Wendy's chili, I got this big old pot full here for maybe a little more. Really easy, really delicious. Wendy's style chili. Thanks for watching and supporting me. And remember, watch, learn, and enjoy.